Created by Grammy-nominated musician and Tin Pan South co-founder Beth Hall, Music Row 411 is the go-to resource for songwriters, musicians, and aspiring artists. With extensive years of professional experience in the music and entertainment industry, Beth has learned all things music. When we come back, we'll dive in and enjoy some of the wisdom that she has to offer. Give us your name and your professional title.
I'm Beth Hall. I'm the founder of Music Row 411.
Nice to meet you, Beth. What got you started in the music industry?
In the industry, I've been in music all of my life. In fact, there are only 2 years of my life I've not been involved with music. I started playing piano by ear when I was 3 years old and studied music all through high school. I'm classically trained, and it just always has been in my blood. So it was a natural sort of migration, I guess, into the industry part of it when I found out that you could do that could be a job. I at one time thought I wanted to be a doctor, but chemistry and I really didn't get along very well. So there are a lot of people alive in the world because I flunked out of nursing school and went into music.
Talk about your song that was professionally published in the 5th grade.
So I started writing songs very, very early. In fact, when I was in kindergarten, I had my first published song in like the high school magazine. And then in 5th grade, I was part of a chorus that recorded an album at Radio City Music Hall. And during one of our breaks, I was playing the piano in the studio, and the producer said, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, it's a song I wrote." And he said, "What's it called?" And I said, "A Child's Lullaby." He said, "Can you write it down?" And I lied and said, "Of course I can." So I probably went home and had my mother help me transcribe it, and I got $10 for it. And it was included in the book, the musical book that went with the record we were recording. And I still have that book today, and it was a very proud moment.
So out of writing, performing, producing, and publishing, which one do you enjoy the most?
Well, I enjoy all of it. I enjoy writing very much. I'm not writing songs so much these days because I'm writing a tremendous amount of content for our platform. So that's where my writing is coming in. So I very much enjoy that. I've been a writer my life and earned my living in my salad days as a professional writer, and wrote for magazines and newspapers and all kinds of content, radio, TV, etc. Creative people sort of use what they love in other ways. The publishing is gotten very complicated. Producing is also another favorite thing to do because there's nothing more exciting than bringing an idea, a song, a vision to life and seeing it take shape, working with other people who enable that vision to be brought to the community, the public, the world, whatever you're doing. So I enjoy that a lot. I think, like most creative people, there's a lot going on in my head, and I'm a sound person and a vision person, but I'm not the actual executor or executor of the video, or the camera person or the graphic design artist. And all of those elements come together when you're producing a project. And that's really fun because you get to share in other people's gifts and their visions and see it all come together, because really, at the end of the day, it takes a team to bring that vision to life and to put it out into the world.
Tell us a little bit about Tin Pan South and how it got started and where it is today.
So Tin Pan South is in its 28th year. It is the largest songwriting festival in the world and attracts 30,000 something people pre-COVID to Nashville. I was working at the Nashville Songwriters Association part-time when it started in the 90s, and I had small children and I got involved with them, and they wanted to produce something like the New Orleans Jazz Festival for songwriters. So I was put in charge of researching and sort of shaping that idea, which myself and 5 other people co-founded the festival, and I was the first festival director the first year and packaged all the shows, which means I put all the different songwriters together, and we had everybody in every kind of genre and very famous people that came in to do big shows. The songwriting festival itself are songwriting shows all over the city at all different types of clubs with usually 4 writers, sometimes more. And people come and hear all their favorite songs and hit songs sung by the people who actually write them. So I actually named the festival, and that's a funny story because I was driving to work after dropping my children off, and we had to have a name for this thing. And I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? I've got to come up with this name. I don't, and I said, it's like Tin Pan Alley, which is a famous, the home of songwriting in New York City. And, but it's in the South. It's in the South. And so I'm like driving and thinking, and it's like, that's it, Tin Pan South. And I ran into the meeting and I said, I've got it. I know what it should be called. It should be called Tin Pan South. And everybody loved the idea, and it stuck, and it's still here.
That's great. So when I say the words Grammy-nominated, what comes to mind?
When I hear the words Grammy-nominated, it's a badge of respect and honor that people in the music industry do not take lightly, and that's because it is a nomination that is it comes about from your peers voting on it. So it means a great deal to make it into the final nomination process. And when I got my nomination, it was actually for my live record called Live from Cafe Milano. And the interesting thing about it was a live show that was 5 years old and pulled off the board at the club, and we remixed and remastered it. So it was really for the whole project, of which I wrote all of the songs and had great co-writers on some of them. And then, of course, it was me singing, and then I produced the record. So there were people like Etta James in that category, and some of my heroes. And, the most meaningful thing about that nomination for me is my parents had just died unexpectedly prior to the announcement of that, and I'd like to think that they had something to do with it.
So you were the master mentor for the Nashville Entrepreneur Center's Project Music. What has that experience been like?
I serve along with about 60 other people as a mentor, and I'm a master mentor for the Nashville Entrepreneur Center, primarily for their program called Project Music, which is a program that helps music tech startups. And I've been doing this for about 5 years, and I have to say it's one of the most rewarding experiences that I've had. I love teaching, I love mentoring, and for me, quite honestly, it's such a gift because you have the opportunity to sit down with these amazing people, these brilliant minds that are coming up with just ridiculous solutions to problems that need to be solved in the music industry. For example, one of the teams I advise are neuroscientists who are also musicians, and they developed an artificial intelligence app that predicts what the human brain likes in terms of music. So that's pretty cool, right? And it's just the program here, we're all volunteers, and it attracts people from all different aspects of the industry. I also advise other entrepreneurs and founders in other programs the EC has, and I'm a champion, which means you're sort of the lead cheerleader for people in the in-flight program, pre-flight program, which is people who just have ideas that they're exploring whether it makes sense to go further with them, to invest time and money. So it's extraordinarily rewarding. The other mentors and the people at the EC are fantastic, and I have been so fortunate to be a part of this group, and I'm very honored to be that person for these founders. I love seeing them grow and thrive, and still very much in touch with a lot of the folks that have moved on and graduated from the program, and it's really exciting to see what they're contributing.
Do you have any final words or thoughts for people interested in Music Row 411 or the music industry in general?
If you want to have a career in the music industry as a songwriter or musician, check out musicrow411.com. We have so much great information to help you succeed. We save you time, money, and frustration, and cut the years off of your learning curve, because we want you to have the right information, learn how to do things the right way, and feel good about it. So I encourage you, we have expert live series with the people you can't get to who have, are building this industry or have built the industry. We have free resources and tools. We're building a community of great creators and like-minded people who are contributing to the planet and contributing to the world with their gift of art and vision. And whether or not you just want to do it for a hobby or you have dreams of making it in the big time, we've got something for you, and we hope you'll check it out, because we want to see you get better.
Thanks, Beth, for sharing such valuable information. Don't forget to like us on Instagram at Jobvation Podcast, and check out our website at jobvation.com for more video podcasts. See you next time.